Hello everybody! How are you feeling? What's it like where you are? Write me something in the comments. I'm really curious. Where do you live in the world? I'm here in Canada. I'm in Montreal. I just got back from a walk with my dog Bella. And there was this girl standing at the bus stop as I walked by, and she went to pet Bella and she said, "Oh, she's so soft." And she said, "You're that vegan teacher, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "I'm really sorry that you lost your account." And she said, "People weren't very nice to you." And so I was actually kind of shocked. I'm always surprised when people recognize me, and especially surprised when they are kind. So that was really nice. It was really sweet. And so she gave me her TikTok account number and or her whatever you call it, log name, I guess. And I gave her mine. And she said, "Oh, you're back." And I said, "Yeah, I have a new account there. And I'm gonna ease in slowly. And if anybody wants to follow me there," well, I don't know if I should tell you my account number yet, my name yet, because I have to think about how I'm going to move going forward. Whether I'm going to show my face on there or not, or whether I'm just going to try to do some promotion of animal rights in a way that many other people do without actually showing their face. So I have to think about that. But the most important thing that we need to take away from what happened to me, which is being banned is from the site, is that freedom of speech right now is in real jeopardy everywhere. Because the reality is that I didn't do anything wrong. I was advocating for animals and doing so in a creative way. I know that a lot of people found me to be cringy sometimes and things like that, but the reality was that, you know, I was out there speaking on their behalf and challenging people, yes, challenging everybody of every race, every skin color, every age, and you know, some people didn't like that. And when you think about it, considering that I targeted every single demographic, it's absolutely normal what happened. It could be expected. People don't like to be challenged. They don't like to be made to feel bad. But I think that a lot of people know what vegan phobia is now. A lot of people know what speciesism is. And a lot of people will hopefully keep that in mind. And who knows? Who knows what will happen? I just know that in my life personally, anytime that something bad happens, there's always a reason for it, or there's always something good that happens afterwards. And I hope that you can all learn from that too. You know, you wake up the next day and you kind of look around and you go, okay, what am I here and what can I be grateful for? There's always so many things to be grateful for. I mean, look at this. Just look at where I am. You know, there are wars around the world right now. And yes, I got removed from an app where I had 1.7 million followers. But I woke up the next day and, you know, I'm healthy. I still have food. I still have a roof over my head. I have clothing. I have people who love me. I have people who do understand me. I have a wonderful companion in my dog Bella. I have a little mouse living with us that we caught in the house. Don't know if you saw from past videos, but we found her and we caught her in a trap so she wasn't injured. And so I have a little friend now that I'm taking care of until spring. Her name is COVID with a K. And I picked that name because I thought that it was a cute name, because the word COVID has such bad connotation. Like, you think about the word and you think, oh, it's a terrible thing. So I wanted to think of the word and try and find something good with it. So I called our little mouse COVID, and because I like the way it sounds. And when you think about it, it's not that much different than David or COVID, but I'm pretty sure that COVID is a girl, so I called her she. But who knows? Today I'm going to be reading some of the comments from the video that I posted yesterday. In yesterday's video, I showed you Joey Carbstrong's new documentary, and I sat there on the side of the screen and I only made it through half because I started crying. And I want you to know what went through my head at that point. I it's hard actually. Anytime I think about animal suffering, I get very emotional about it, even now, even though now I'm not even looking at anything. So what I did is when I started to feel that I was starting to cry and I was on camera, I had two choices. Either just stop the video and just say, okay, this is not working. This is ridiculous. I'm the teacher. I shouldn't be crying while I'm teaching about these animals. I should just be sitting there and commenting. But what's more important to me is to be authentic. And if watching animal cruelty makes me as your teacher cry, why would I hide that from you? What would be the reason? Well, of course, I know that people will take pictures of my crying and different clips of it, and they will make fun of me. They will pretend that I'm crying because I lost my account, or they will pretend that I'm crying over something else, and they will distort the message. People will always do that. But I can't control that. The only thing I can control, and the same for you, is your authentic message. You can try to be as real as you can. That's why I try. People ask me, why don't you dye your hair? You would be prettier, or you would be younger looking. It's because I don't want to be fake. And they say, well, why don't you wear makeup? Your eyes are so small, you would make them pop out and you would look prettier. And I just don't want to be fake. I want to be the kind of person that if you meet me in real life, you'll say to yourself, oh wow, that's Miss Katie. She's exactly the same way in real life as she is on camera. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I decided to let everybody see my pain at watching these poor cows suffer. And if you're just joining me now and you don't know what I'm talking about, then I ask you to watch that documentary by Joey Carbstrong. You can just go to Joey Carbstrong and watch it. It's about 40 minutes long, and even though I've seen thousands of hours of animal suffering, it never ceases to affect me, knowing what they go through. And that's especially the hardest thing about not having that TikTok platform is that I don't have the ability to give my message out to as wide an audience. But the truth was that at the end, it was pretty exhausting trying to consistently write to TikTok every time I put up a video where somebody would, if I literally put up a video of Bella and then they reported it for nudity, even though it's just a dog, it just became really exhausting. So I have to admit that in a small way, I'm somewhat relieved to have lost the channel, because it took over my life. So we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to get the channel back, and that has to be okay. Everybody has a time. There's a time and a place for everything, and there are many other animal rights activists who are going to be able to take the torch and take over, and I'm still here anyway. I'm just doing it differently. So today I want to read to you some of the comments from the video where I was watching Joey Carbstrong's documentary and where I started to cry, and I just let myself cry on camera. So let's just see what kind of a society we have. What are people like? So I'm just here, I got my computer here, and the first comment is my own, where I wrote, "Thank you to everyone who's been supporting animal rights and telling their stories. Each hateful comment and lie that you utter towards vegans is one step closer to us getting a more compassionate world. We see right through your insecurities and your own feelings of guilt for how you pay to harm these innocent beings. We know that it takes 100 clicks until you become vegan. You're fighting against your own conscience right now. This is part of the path you must walk on. We all did, and love will win in the end." So just like we fought for the rights of gay people to be able to marry, and we fought for the rights, I'm talking about society in general, for the rights of freedom for Black people to not be enslaved, and we fought for the rights of women to be able to vote and not be owned by their husbands. In the same way, in the future, we will look back and we will say, how could we have ever used animals and abused them this way? It's only a matter of time that things will change. They will change. And I know that people will remember me as somebody who really cared. And and that I tried my best. That's all we can do. So let's have a look at these replies now, because we are still in a place where it's really, really tough right now for animal rights activists. People haven't really woken up yet. We're at the beginning stages. I thought when I first became vegan that it was going to be a little bit different, that we were further along as a society, but I'm realizing it's still quite a battle. And people are really just determined to try to silence animal rights activists, but it won't deter us. So let's just read here. So somebody writes here, the first response to me saying what I did, thank you for everyone supporting animal rights, is somebody says, shut up. So right off the bat, someone says, shut up. So why do you think that somebody would write that? Because they can, in fact, shut me up, right? They can simply just watch another video. How many millions of videos do you think there are right now on YouTube? It's impossible to count, billions even. So why would this person take the time to write the words, shut up? What do you think? Write it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Then the person says, okay, I don't know, I couldn't read this next comment. The next one says, you're gay. Why do you think somebody would write that in response to me saying, way to go, animal rights activists. It takes 100 clicks until you become vegan. And this person writes, you're gay. First of all, everybody knows by now, I've said it many times, I'm bisexual. And so this person saying you're gay, do you think that's a way to insult me? How is being gay an insult? There's nothing wrong with being gay. It's bizarre. Next one. Somebody writes here, suffocated inside plastic bags, ground up alive. Okay, this is clearly somebody who's vegan, who's actually making an attempt to educate people in my comment section here on YouTube, which is great. Thank you so much. This person's name is Don't Reply, I Don't Get Notifications. That's their YouTube name. I don't know who this is. So they write, suffocated inside plastic bags, ground up alive, or gassed to death by the billions yearly. That's what happens to the chicks in the egg industry. Castration, balls cut off, tail cutting, and other forms of mutilation such as teeth yanking, dehorning, beak filing, etc. are performed on other animals without pain relief. That's in giant capital letters. These are standard practices done to farm animals across the globe. Look up what a gestation crate is on Google. Imagine being confined and they're not being able to take a step forward, backward, or even turn around. You'd think that after all that they can die a peaceful death, but no, during transition, depending on how far away the slaughterhouse is, many of the animals die from thirst, heat, and the cold. This comment is very long. I hadn't read it before. I'll just keep going because it's interesting. Somebody took a long time to write this comment. If you watch interviews with ex-slaughterhouse workers, they maintain that a lot of animals remain conscious as they're hung upside down, choking on their own blood. When you buy animal products, you are funding the atrocities committed unto animals. According to the American Dietetics Association, consisting of 100,000 professionals in health and nutrition, we can thrive on a vegan diet at every stage of life. Pregnancy, lactation, and infancy. This is backed by the British Dietetic Association, the Canadian Dietetic Association, and the NHS, as well as many other. Furthermore, meat consumption is absolutely devastating for the environment. The United Nations published a 40-page report titled Livestock's Long Shadow, detailing every environmental issue we can face as a result of animal agriculture. The list is extensive, everything from global warming, climate change, water pollution, resource depletion, antibiotic resistance, deforestation to make room for feed crops, leading to habitat loss and species extinction at an unprecedented rate. Still, we insist we have valid reasons for meat consumption. Look up Earthling Ed TED Talk, Every Argument Against Veganism. He will debunk all the best points waged against veganism. To the vegetarians out there who aren't aware of the cruelty of of eggs and dairy, please look up Why Aren't Vegans Just Vegetarian? By Earthling Ed here on YouTube. The last thing, the same comment, the same person wrote, but B12, protein, etc. See my playlist. Videos in my playlist will dispel any misconception you might have about nutrition. There's also good documentaries on animal ag in my playlist. So I want to thank this person, whoever you are. Don't reply, I don't get notifications. That's the person's name. That was a great bunch of paragraphs that you added to my comment section. I encourage any animal rights activists to write something like that, or even take part of what this person wrote and put this, copy paste it, and share it in comment sections on any animal rights videos, because it's important that we keep educating people. It's like what I was trying to say on TikTok. That's why I closed my comment section there, to make sure that it was open to just people who were trying to help the animals. So thank you so much for that. And there are others here. Let's just go over a couple more. Somebody writes, damn, I kind of don't give a shit about you, old bat. Okay, so, all right, you don't care about me. Thanks for letting me know, I guess. And I'm an old bat. So that's an attempt at ageism, to call me names just because of my age. Does that seem right to you? How are you going to feel when you're 56 and somebody calls you that? So I'm not embarrassed about my age. Age is just, it just is. It's just a fact. It's the way it works. Oh, I'm just looking out the corner of my eye at my little mouse who's just running around in her cage. Hello, COVID. Hi, cutie. I should bring her and show you guys, I guess. Hold on, I'll get her. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi, precious. I just put her in this cage for now. I'm just trying to clean. I don't know if you can even see her in here. Hey, there she is. You see her? It's our little COVID. Where did she go? Where'd she go? Oh, she's in here now. See her? I don't want to scare you, but everybody wants to see you. Hello, cutie. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to clean that cage. Normally she's in a bigger, in that cage and it's open, and she's in a bigger container so that she has more room to run around. All right, let's go with a couple more comments and we'll see. Okay, somebody else writes, vegan donut in capital letters. So thank you for the compliment. Vegan donuts are delicious, and they're sweet, and everybody wants one. So that's a compliment, thank you. Somebody else wrote stupid, with a whole bunch of O's. Okay. I encourage you to write something intelligent in the comment section. Try to ask a question or show a resource if you want to, but think about how silly it makes you look to just write comments like that without, if you think I'm stupid, say why. You can talk about the thing that I'm saying, I don't think this thing is right, or I don't agree with this. That would be actually helpful. Here's somebody writes, seeing her cry makes me happy. Now she knows how people feel when insulted by her. Let's see some responses to this. Let's see, view replies. What does somebody write? Somebody named Traditional Sandwich wrote, there wasn't a reason to get insulted though. She's being an animal rights activist. She's spreading the word about how these animals are treated like absolute shit. Yeah. Right? So I'm crying because I'm seeing innocent animals being murdered and castrated. And I personally think that's a normal reaction. But if I tell you that you should stop paying for that, and that makes you cry or you sad, which I don't think it does, but I don't understand how you can think these are the same thing. One is you being insulted or feeling insulted because it's pointed out that you're doing harm. It's normal, everyone, to cry when you see suffering. It's absolutely normal. And I encourage you to not hold your tears back. If you feel sad, it's okay to cry. It really is. See, I cried on camera, and yeah, people are gonna make fun of me and take that footage and make other videos, but you know, most people, in the end, that will be a click for them. That will be them watching somebody being so cruel like that. They will think, wow, she's just an animal rights activist, and they're making fun of her. Now, I might not agree with veganism. Maybe that person might say that, but hey, that's not okay. And then they will come and they will follow me. And that is how I got 1.7 million followers, because a lot of people could see that I was really trying and I cared about the animals. And so they hung out. And thousands of people became vegan. And that's amazing. And I hope that those people will continue and hold the torch going forward. If you're not yet vegan, don't forget. Look. Cow's milk is for baby cows. It says it there too. Cow's milk is for baby cows. Okay, if the person is not your mother, it's not your milk. It's as simple as that. Thanks for joining me today in my kitchen. I will be making more videos. Let me know if you like this type of video or if you prefer me reviewing other people's videos. I am willing to do whatever it is that you would like to see. You want to get to know me more? Perfect. You don't care about me personally? That's fine. We can talk only about the animals and their suffering. I want to remind you all, if you haven't yet, to please subscribe to the channel and let me know if you want me to follow you. Write your address down in the comments. Say, you know, this is my YouTube account. Can you please follow me? And I will follow you, especially if you're an animal rights activist. All right, everybody, thanks again. And I will see you in the next video. Let me go and turn this off now. Hey, maybe we can leave with you having a look at, see her name under there? Can you see that? That's Mabel. And here's Martha. See? These are two pigs that were given to me. Put on our front porch. They're so cute. I know they're supposed to be toys for Bella, but I use them in my videos. Bye for now. Doo 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 doo.